Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
And welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, this holiday edition of LTN. We're making our way closer and closer. I know it seems early. It's really not. Today is December the 4th. Yeah. So right around the corner, Christmas and then New Year's will be here before you know it. You'll be traveling on airplanes and boats, trains, and planes, whatever. Yeah. All good, I think. Lots of stress. Cold and flu season is going on, too. So immune systems are already somewhat compromised. Pile on a little bit more stress, and you're a sitting target. So take care of yourself. Reggie's here. Katie's here. You got on a pea coat? What do you got on there?
I was cold this morning. And it's chilly in here, so I just haven't taken it off yet. But yes, it is a pea coat.
We're not broadcasting out of Chicago.
I busted out my Indiana gear today.
Right, you busted out your Indiana gear. It's cold up there. Oh, back home in Indiana? There's a song back home in Indiana. Do you know that?
I did not know that.
They usually
I thought you was gonna sing it. I was so ready.
No, I'm not.
I was so ready.
I don't sing. They usually they use it a lot in jazz music and the jazz genre back home in Indiana. Big bands played it a lot back home in Indiana. Nice tune. Got to check it out. You didn't even know that.
I'm gonna change up the theme music now.
Okay, no, you don't want to.
I'm just kidding.
A lot of big bands, Buddy Rich and all of them played that tune. Anyhow, we're not here to talk about big bands and back home in Indiana, but we're here to talk about health, wellness, and well-being, and all driven by. I was talking with a physician yesterday, and we got into a conversation, and I said, turns out, I said to him, it's diet and nutrition together, those are different concepts, are the driving force for health. And he said, I agree 100%. I said, all right, making progress. And we talked about that. And it is the driving force. Your diet and nutrition together, just taking diet alone is a driving force. Food has consequences. Absolutely. That may seem patently odd. We're here to remind people how and in what ways that is the case. You can say that food has consequences, but you say, yeah, I know. But the question is, then the next question is, well, what kind of consequences? What are those consequences? How do they come about? Not, and the related principle here is food is not just food. It is not. There are qualitative differences between and among foods. There are chemical differences. There are processing differences. It goes on and on and on. So, this holiday season, a lot of it is about food. It is a driving force for the holiday season in so many ways. And if you think about, you just take this period of time, let's say from Thanksgiving to New Year's, that block of time, and think about the food for that period. And what kind of food, how much food, on what occasions is that food served? Everything from office parties to house parties to dinners to whatever. And it's sort of staggering when you think about it like that. And what kind of food? That really is where I'm headed. What kind of food? And how much of that food that perhaps maybe you should think twice about eating, that unidentified dish on the table, some casserole that, could go on a quiz show, try to guess what it is and stump the guest. Casseroles. And you
It would not be a fun game.
That would be a fun game. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a game I would want to play. The mystery casserole dish.
And what's in it? And some of those casserole dishes, they have, one nutritional violation after another in them. And they look good, they smell good, and they taste good, but man, they're not good. They're not. And that's going to be consumed, all that kind of food, during this holiday season. And I've written a couple of articles about exactly how much weight gain. I'll get to that, not today. How much weight is gained during the holiday season? There are all kinds of myths about that. It's ridiculous. And I think I based my conclusions on what I could find, the science, the studies. And it's not as much as people think, but whatever amount it is bad news all the way around. And I'll get to that one of these days before Christmas time. We always invite you. You showed up, you're here, and you got to take the next step and call the show. Katie tells you all the ways you can make contact with the show.
You can give us a call at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. You can always email Dr. Garko personally as well. He's the only one that receives these emails. It's drgarko@letstalknutrition.com. And if you head over to letstalknutrition.com, you will find all of our past shows. They're sorted by date and title. Just go to the show schedule tab. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Just search Let's Talk Nutrition. You can send us a message on any of those places, and we will make sure we get to your question. And if you go to YouTube, all of the past shows are also there in video form. So if you'd rather watch us instead of listen, you can do that on YouTube. Just search Let's Talk Nutrition. And you can always listen back to us on the podcast as well. We're at 66,500 plus plays now.
Several weeks back, and for the past several months, I've been talking about these, for lack of a better way to call them, alternative burgers. Plant-based burgers. Oh. And there is a lot of discussion back and forth between and among experts, companies, the general public about this, and the way they talk about it is fake meat versus real meat. In fact, that's a title for an article appearing in the New York Times, and I wanted to give attribution to Anand O'Connor. He writes good articles. Anand's good. And I went through it, and I thought, boy, this is interesting, what's going on with this. And I said from the outset, I know these food companies. I know how they work. And the target audience for these plant-based burgers is not vegetarians and vegans. It's not. It's meat eaters. Well, I got that confirmed a little bit in this article today. So Mr. O'Connor, in his article, is talking about how millennials have really globbed onto and are gobbling down these plant-based burgers. And this has prompted meat producers, who are all in a twist about this, to challenge the so-called health benefits of ultra-processed imitations. That's in quotes. That's what they call them. Ultra-processed imitations. Hence the fake versus real meat. And the meat industry is putting more than a few dollars into a campaign to try and push back on these, what they call fake meat, fake burgers. And it's trying to literally warn consumers. They're telling them to beware of plant-based meat. We come back, I'll tell you more about what this debate is about and where, what are the implications of it. And there's really a long and a lot of strong back and forth on this issue. And I find it somewhat intriguing. Never did I think people would be arguing over plant-based burgers. They are.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. It's me, your immune system. I'm always hard at work defending you against the many disease-causing viruses and bacteria that you are exposed to every day. But sometimes I need help to defeat the bad bugs. Luckily, our friends at Kyolic have come to the rescue. Kyolic has 2 super immune-enhancing supplements, Kyolic Immune Formula 103 and Kyo Green Harvest Blend Immune Defense. Kyo Green Harvest Blend is a power-packed blend of organic and naturally sourced grasses, ancient grains, fruits, veggies, herbal extracts, and spirulina in a fast-dissolving drink mix for a quick and easy way to support immunity. Kyolic Immune Formula 103 combines immune-boosting nutrients with aged garlic extract. Aged garlic extract has been clinically shown to support a healthy immune response and reduce both the duration and severity of cold and flu symptoms. Help me protect you with Kyolic supplements and nutritional drink mixes to fortify your immune health today. Available at fine natural health retailers.
The science of psychology tells us there is a connection between looking more attractive and having more self-confidence. One way to look more attractive is to have healthy-looking hair. Ridgecrest Herbal's award-winning Hair Revive can support healthy, attractive hair. Hair Revive is formulated with a stress-fighting complex, hair growth ingredients, a hormone balancing complex, and Chinese herbs. Taken together, the ingredients in Hair Revive promote hair growth, encourage healthier, thicker-looking hair, and support recovery from damaging hairstyling techniques, harsh chemicals, and daily stress. So start looking more attractive with healthier, thicker, and shinier hair with Ridgecrest Herbal's Hair Revive. Visit rcherbals.com for more information or call 1-800-242-4649 and mention this ad. That's 1-800-242-4649. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Talking about this battle. Now it's turned into fisticuffs, metaphorically speaking, between meat producers and makers of these plant-based burgers. The two premium brands that are out there are Impossible Burger and Beyond Meat. These are two different companies. They're competitors. However, they are fighting against the meat industry, who is going after them in a very aggressive way and challenging the products and the claims made about the products. The meat industry calls them ultra-processed imitations, of course, of real beef burgers, real beef. And this debate is interesting. It has a lot of different aspects and dimensions to it. The ads that the meat industry are running, one of the ads poses the question, what's hiding in your plant-based meat? And it has, when you look at the ad, there's a sad face of two patties and a sausage. If you can find that ad, Katie, you'll see it. Another ad that the meat producers are running is they ask the reader to go to a particular site, a website that will compare and contrast, or mostly contrast them rather, the plant-based burgers to, and they compare it to what? Dog food. Ooh. And that's harsh. These fake meats, they're in an opinion piece. One of the individuals, a guy named Will Coggin, wrote a piece that labeled fake meats as ultra-processed foods that can spur weight gain. That's interesting. That's another argument that they're making. Although, as O'Connor writes in the New York Times article, the research on processed foods has not included plant-based meats in terms of weight gain. So they have to be careful about making that claim. And yet in an op-ed piece in the Wall Street Journal criticizing plant-based meats, the headline was, plant-based meat is all hat and no cattle. In Texas, they say that, somebody who's, brags a lot and claims that this and they claim they have that. They say they're all hat and no cattle. That's a great headline. Plant-based meat is all hat and no cattle. Literally no cattle. Impossible Foods. That's really good. Whoever came up with that headline was great. Impossible Foods. I've tried both Impossible Foods and Beyond Meat, or whatever they call themselves, Beyond the World. The Impossible Foods, I've tried both brands. The Impossible Foods, they have a popular plant-based burger, and they're pushing back and saying that the meat lobby or the meat companies' campaigns are misleading and fear-mongering. And Impossible Foods claims that their plant-based meat alternatives are healthier for consumers, and they're better for the planet. That's their argument, because it requires less land and water, producing fewer greenhouse gas emissions than the meat from cattle. And then you also have the manure from cattle, too, that is toxic to the environment. So they call it a disinformation campaign. That's what Impossible Foods is labeling this effort. So you can see that they're going back and forth at one another here. The claim that I made several weeks ago is mentioned in this article. I sort of feel vindicated, not that they had me in mind when O'Connor wrote this article. And he says, unlike vegetarian meat substitutes, the new plant-based burgers are winning over meat lovers. And there's this marketing group called NPD Group, and they did some research, and they found that 90%, no less, of customers purchasing these meat substitutes or meat alternative burgers, whatever you want to call them, are meat eaters. And the research shows, in the surveys, I presume, that the meat eaters believe that these products are healthier for them and for the environment. So apparently the marketing campaign on the part of these plant-based products is working in that regard. I reported a few weeks back also that Disney is introducing several hundred. My memory is 400. That's what comes to my mind.
Yeah, I think that's a right number.
400 items on their menu, plant-based items on their menus. I think they're doing it both here in Florida, Disney World, and then Disneyland. That is a remarkable investment, and you would think, well, is that high risk? Apparently, they don't think so. So this whole idea of plant-based products as alternatives to meat products or to these other products that are not so healthy is catching on for meat eaters.
You were right. It was around 400 items. Yep, you were right.
No kidding.
Good.
Wow. How did I remember that?
Because you always remember everything.
Right.
I don't know how I remembered that.
It was good.
400. That's astonishing to me. I mean, 400 items that are plant-based items, and all the millions of people that go to those parks, they're not vegetarian. Most of them are meat eaters. They're not vegetarians and vegans. I can tell you that. And that's who they're targeting. Maybe meat eaters have meat eaters' guilt. And they're trying to, moderate that cognitive dissonance from eating meat. I don't know.
Everyone's raving about the newest botanical superstar hitting the store shelves nationwide. Hemp-derived cannabidiol, or CBD, has been receiving a lot of attention for its tremendous promise on human health. Plus, CBD Oil by CV Sciences is the trusted brand setting the standards in this newly emerging category of plant-based extracts, offering a variety of hemp-derived CBD oil products that you can count on. In order to make the highest quality CBD oil products available, it is important to manage every step of the supply chain process, from seed to shelf. That's why, from harvesting our EU-certified hemp seeds, to laboratory testing for quality and safety, to producing our exceptional line of products, we are committed to going the extra mile. It is our commitment to you. Join the CBD evolution. Ask your local natural health retailer about Plus CBD oil products by CV Sciences today. Follow us on Facebook and learn more at pluscbdoil.com.
1250 WHNZ. Online at WHNZ.com. On your phone with the iHeartRadio app. And on hundreds of...
That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
And welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning into this holiday season edition of LTN. I'm intrigued with this debate about these plant-based burgers and what's going on in the food culture. This is it's interesting. At the moment, it just seems like a war between the meat industry, which would involve meat producers, cattle ranchers, and that complex of businesses, and these companies that are producing plant-based foods. And not the ultimate question, but one of the questions to ask is, at the end of the day, are these foods healthier? That's a battleground that they're fighting on as well. And I'll be talking more about this. I know one thing for sure, that these plant-based burgers, whether they're Beyond Burger or Impossible Foods, whatever, they do have more sodium. Now, that's not going to open the earth and people are going to die. They do have less saturated fat. They also contain fiber, which meat does not. So they do have a lot of calories too. It's not as if they're low cal. They're not. And then the other issue with these foods is, okay, you're buying the plant-based burger, but what are you buying with it? Are you still buying that big order of fries and the the sugar-loaded soft drink. So whatever health benefit you got from eating the burger, you're sort of negating it, perhaps, with the fries and whatever else you ordered that are not so healthy. So, and here in the Tampa Bay area, there's some restaurants that are health-minded, and they'll have air fries, and they have plant-based burgers. They try to put things on the menu that, side pieces that are also healthy. So I'll watch this. It's going to have an impact on our food culture.
Absolutely.
Introducing these items, Katie, into the food culture, I don't think this is a bad thing. It's early yet, and we'll have to see how it all sorts out. And really, I go into these, Whole Foods and Sprouts and all these natural, sort of natural products kinds of grocery stores, and I look at some of the products in there, and you look at the ingredients, and I'm saying, what's this product doing in this store, right? One of the raps on, no pun intended, on vegetarians and vegans is that they eat, they're called Twinkie vegans and Twinkie vegetarians. Some of the food they eat is crap. The food is terrible, highly processed and whatnot. You may not be eating meat, but you may be eating foods that are perhaps even more deleterious or just as deleterious as the so-called unhealthy meat that they gave up. So this is, to sort through it. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors, and there's a lot of, there needs to be more transparency in what we're doing here and what these people are claiming on both sides of the argument. Our guest today is Dominique Ostrander, and she's an educator for Jarrow Formulas. Dominique, welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Hi.
Hi. I guess you were listening to me report on this. There's a story in the New York Times. In fact, Katie told me, didn't we use the same headline?
Yeah, the exact same thing, fake meat versus real meat.
We used that a couple weeks ago, didn't we?
Yep, at the beginning of November.
We beat him to the punch. So you listening?
Yeah, we had talked about that on the air, actually, too.
Yes, we did. What's your take?
Because it was in one of the medical review articles that I had read. Gosh, it's got to be at least 2 months.
Yeah, what's your take on this debate?
I understand wanting to cut out meat more, or let me say this better. I understand wanting to cut out meals that have meat in them and replace it with plant-based. However, why not actually replace it with plant-based versus some fake sodium-ridden, I don't know. I just think it's fake food, and I think fake food ultimately has its downfalls.
So
we're going to see the same thing when it comes to veganism, with all these foods that vegans are using to replace real food, and they're laden with sodium. They're have ingredients that you can't pronounce. They're fake, for lack of a better word. Crap. You said crap.
Yeah, I know. Why I sat up all night to think of that word. To
Right. Exactly.
So what's interesting is plant-based is now called fake. Plant-based is supposed to be real.
That's
right?
Ridiculous.
Isn't this interesting?
It's ridiculous.
The so-called real food, which is made from plants or are plants, is now being called fake. Well, maybe is there, at least that's what the meat industry is calling them. I find that an ironic twist in this debate.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of ironic that they're calling plant-based foods fake. Maybe to some extent they may be right about that. We'll see. You sent me an interesting article that you wanted to talk about, and I read it. And nature versus nurture, what's fueling the obesity epidemic? You remember sending that to me? Of course you do.
Oh, definitely. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was quite a few. Actually, I was having to stop myself to send you some. I sent you that, and I sent you the rise in GI cancers.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Then
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to send you an article right now that we definitely need to bring up.
Okay. What caught your attention about the nature versus nurture? what's fueling the obesity epidemic? What got you to send that to me? I mean, for you to do that, something in there must have got you to do that, inspired you to do it.
Well, I think that I always have an interest in food addiction, and from having dealt with obese patients for a greater part of my career. So there's always that interest. And so when we talk about nature versus nurture, are we talking about food addiction? Are we talking about the environment that somebody lives in, that no matter if their parents are obese, they can fight against it? They don't have to grow up and be obese. Because statistically, children that have obese parents will grow up and be obese, right? So it actually spurred quite a thought process. And so I thought it would be an interesting conversation.
Yeah, we can talk about it. And then, there are micronutrients that can affect or can make somebody even more prone to gain weight or less prone to gain weight, believe it or not. We can talk about that too. We'll see, what is this nature versus nurture and the obesity epidemic? We'll lay that out for you.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Have you experienced the wisdom of nature with Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter? Zyflamend is a 10-herb blend that delivers 3 health benefits. First, Zyflamend is an herbal approach to pain relief, helping to soothe minor pain or soreness. Second, Zyflamend is a joint supplement with time-tested herbs to support joint function and flexibility. And the third benefit, Zyflamend supports the body's healthy inflammation response, something that's essential for maintaining whole body health. Zyflamend is New Chapter's clinically tested blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, ginger, and green tea. Zyflamend is non-GMO, project verified, gluten-free, and 100% vegetarian. New Chapter is a leader in supplement quality. Every ingredient, every product, every time. Discover Zyflamend, New Chapter's #1 selling multi-herbal. Zyflamend is made with ginger for occasional pain relief after exercise. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
Did you?
This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarro Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Dominique Ostrander is my guest. A few days ago, she sent me an article. It's intriguing, and it's relevant, about nature versus nurture, what's fueling the obesity epidemic. And in the article, there's a debate between two experts on what is the driver for obesity and the obesity epidemic. And a Dr. Faruqi, she claims that it's more genetically driven. But no, let me be fair. She said it's a complex interplay between genes and the environment. I don't disagree with that. On the other hand, another expert in the debate, a fellow by the name of Dr. Rob Semple, he has somewhat. He said this house believes that nature, not nurture, determines our body weight. That's what the statement that was made before the debate began. Now, I don't know if it's all nature. They're giving they don't give nurture that much credit in that argument when they take that approach. But let's see what Dominique thinks. You read the article. What did you walk away with, and what did you agree with, disagree with, and what can we do about what you think the problem is?
Okay, so Faruqi, forgive us if we're pronouncing.
No, that's her. That's how you say it.
Began by saying she started by saying that the question before the audience was fundamentally important, and noted that there is plenty of evidence to suggest there is a biological system for regulating body weight.
That's that point.
And I agree with that. I agree that we do have a genetic predisposition in our genes to regulate whatever we're going to weigh. However, there is also, just like we have genetic predispositions to heart disease and certain cancers, I think that, like we talk about on the air all the time, diet and lifestyle choices can affect weight. I don't think it's directly analogous with something like cancer, but I do think as far as weight control, that we have choices we can make.
Well, Dr.
That's not necessarily something we're destined to be fat. I don't believe that.
Dr. Faruqi, and I misspoke. It was Dr. Wilding who was the other debater.
Yes, Jim Wilding.
John Wilding. Excuse me. And Dr. Faruqi, she makes an interesting point, and I don't disagree with her, that genetically we have a set point. Whatever your maximum weight is, whatever that was in your life, that's what your body wants to go back to. And then they've done studies with twins that have been separated, and they find that the twins are, in terms of weight, very similar, even though they may have been in different environments, right? Which is kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So that would suggest that there is some genetic feature that is determinative of whether you will be obese or not obese. The obesity epidemic in this country started roughly 3 to 4 decades ago when it really went off the chain. And it has grown linearly in at a very fast rate. And that's not genetics. We may be...
No, definitely not. No, that is definitely not genetic. That is nurturing the obesity epidemic.
Exactly. I mean, if it were genetic, it just doesn't work that way. All of a sudden in our evolution, there was some genetic shift. It doesn't work like that. It takes millions of years for any species to naturally select for a particular predisposition. And so this started about 3 or 4 decades ago. That's really when it took off. And it's gotten worse progressively. And it's about the environment. It's environmental, like Dominique is saying. In my opinion, diet and lifestyle. That's not to say that we don't have a natural predisposition to gain weight. It's a survival mechanism.
Okay, but there's another big part of this. Okay,
Go ahead.
So there's another really, really big part of this, which was probably the impetus to my thought process, which was about food addiction. So Faruqi believes that the reason there is an obesity epidemic is that the physiological system for regulating weight, as we've talked about on the air, evolved to stop us from starving, but is now faced with an abundance of food. The impact of all of this is because, like demonstrated on brain scans, that these high-fat, high-sugar foods are seen as very rewarding.
They are.
And I'll tell you again that the magazine, it was more than a magazine, it was more like a book that was published by Time magazine on addiction, was outstanding.
Yeah.
And they have a whole thing in there on food addiction and the reward system. And what was so interesting was that they talked about rats and Oreos and how the rats or mice were conditioned to go open the Oreos and eat the cream first.
Yeah, and they've done laboratory research, in vivo studies with animals where they gave the rats or mice, whatever it was, a choice between the cookies or cocaine. And they took the cookies every time. The cookies were more addictive than the cocaine, which is remarkable to me.
No, it is, but that's what's happened. So this sparked, like, of course, many thoughts in my mind. And so, but this is what's led to the increase in type 2 diabetes because of all this high-fat, high-sugar food. And the last article that I sent you, so if you check your email, it's about younger and younger people getting diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And it's frightening. This is no joke.
No, it is no joke. That would have been an interesting debate to maybe participate in, or even to listen to or be there and respond. One of the statistics they cited in the article that you sent, they said that it is estimated compared to when back in the 50s. Back in the 50s, the average adult walked on average approximately a marathon, 26 less miles per week, he said. That compared back to the 50s. Currently, we're walking 26 miles less a week now than we did back in the 50s. That is that's a behavioral modification. That's a behavioral change.
Right. That's right. And John Wilding talked about that the data is suggesting not so much energy and fat intake that's associated with obesity trends, but the number of cars per household and the hours spent watching television.
Okay. When we come back, I just finished writing a 25-page paper, no less, on metabolic syndrome. And abdominal obesity is part of the argument. I'll tell you about some supplements connected to all this. Are you tired of being tired? So is Amanda until she tried Floridix Iron and Herbs. You can probably relate Between juggling her job and family, she was constantly exhausted. She put off going to the gym and making her dinner every night seemed like a heroic task. Then she found out she had the most common nutritional deficiency in the U.S., iron deficiency. Amanda turned to Floradix, an easily absorbed plant-based liquid iron supplement. For over 60 years, Floradix has been helping reduce exhaustion and fatigue caused by iron deficiency. This formula is easy on the digestive tract and free of artificial colors and flavors. It even has vitamins B and C for enhanced absorption. No wonder it's the best-selling iron supplement in North America. FloraVital provides all the same benefits as Floradix, but without gluten or yeast. Reclaim your energy with Floradix and FloraVital, available at your local health food store. For more information, visit florahealth.com/Floradix. florahealth.com/Floradix.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, this holiday edition of LTN. Our guest today is Dominique Ostrander. She sent along a terrific article, and you wouldn't think that obesity, that micronutrients, when I say micronutrients, the technical reference here are vitamins and minerals. You have different kinds of nutrients. You have phytonutrients, you have micronutrients, and so on. Micronutrients are vitamins and minerals. Turns out, and Jaro formulas will have the micronutrients that I will reference as it relates to obesity, in particular, what's called central obesity or abdominal obesity, which is a feature, one of the clinical diagnostic features of metabolic syndrome. And over the weekend, I just finished it. It's how many pages is this thing with references? 23 pages with references on metabolic syndrome, and the paper was entitled Metabolic Syndrome, a Clear and Present Danger. And it is, in the 21st century, to the health and wellness of adults as well as children in the Americas, Europe, Asia, Africa. Why? Because of its prevalence and devastating effects on health and wellness. Within the United States, the prevalence of metabolic syndrome is disturbing in that it is estimated that nearly 35% of adults and 50% of those who are 60 and older satisfy or meet the diagnostic criteria of metabolic syndrome. It turns out that metabolic, as you get older, it gets worse and it's more prevalent. And make no mistake, abdominal obesity is a critical feature of metabolic syndrome. And that leads us to talk about obesity today, too, a little bit. And you wouldn't necessarily think that micronutrients are implicated with obesity and how they can make things better when they are deficient or make things better when they are not deficient, can be used therapeutically. And I'm talking specifically about vitamins and minerals. Dominique has probably some other nutrients in mind as well that can serve a person well if they are obese or overweight. And so just let me lay out the signs and symptoms and the diagnostic criteria so we know what we're talking about. The signs of metabolic syndrome, it's really a complex constellation of these interrelated, interlocking metabolic risk factors. They include an abnormally large waist circumference. That's abdominal obesity. And that's created by an excess of visceral fat. That's the culprit. The other signs of metabolic syndrome are high blood pressure, high insulin levels, and Jaro Formulas has some supplements to take care of glucose issues, high triglyceride levels, and low high-density proteins, which are the lipoproteins, which is they call, quote unquote, the good cholesterol. Those are the 5 clinical signs. And if you have an elevated waist circumference, you have high triglycerides, you have high LDL, you have low LDL, and you have elevated fasting glucose. To be diagnosed with METS or metabolic syndrome, you have to have at least 3 out of those 5. And the driving factors, there are 2 hypotheses. Some say it's the insulin resistance that's driving it, and others say it's the obesity, abdominal obesity. I think it's a combination of both. that leads us to talk about obesity, central obesity or abdominal obesity in particular. Dominique, welcome back. So this is perfect timing. And I outline in the paper a number of vitamins and minerals that are implicated with metabolic syndrome and even more specifically with abdominal obesity. You know, and we can talk, and I'll mention those, and we can talk about draw formulas of supplements that people can buy to get these particular nutrients. But you wanted to make some points.
Well, so when we talk, to your point, when we talk about abdominal obesity and fat mass versus lean body mass, we're talking about fat mass that has very little metabolism, lean body mass that has far greater metabolism. When anyone ever talks to me when I'm in a store about weight loss and everything, so one of the very first supplements that I recommend is CLA. I don't know if you're familiar with CLA.
I'm familiar. Yeah, conjugated linoleic acid, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am a huge, huge fan. And so, and CLA, which, as Dr. Garker said, is a conjugated linoleic acid. It's a group of compounds that's very closely related to an omega-6 fatty acid. But it's one of the good fatty acids. So what I really like about CLA is that studies have shown repeatedly that CLA alters the way fats are broken down and stored in our various membranes and tissues, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So the ratio of saturated fats to monounsaturated fats is then altered. So this change actually causes a reduction in food consumption and a reduction in stored fat. The other most impressive thing about CLA is that another partitioning or mechanism of CLA is the reduction of leptin levels, which I think is hugely important if you're obese and you're struggling with your weight and you're in that category of people that can't lose weight. Mm-hmm. It's definitely one of my first supplements that I always recommend. So high levels of leptin are linked with increased adiposity. Animal and human studies confirm CLA's ability to reduce leptin levels. There was a 2-year study with CLA. Leptin levels decreased by 20 to 35% as the subjects lost body fat mass. That's very impressive.
It is. And this particular nutrient, conjugated linoleic acid, this notion has been around for a while, and Dominique is alluding to and even referenced. There's a significant body of research to support that it does contribute to moderating weight gain and how it's working on the fat cells, and it does work. Leptin is a hormone that's released from the fat cells located in the adipose tissue that sends signals to your hypothalamus, and this hormone helps regulate and alter long-term food intake and energy expenditure. But when the primary intent of leptin is to help the body maintain its weight, but ironically, too much leptin is bad news, and you end up with too much leptin. It has a deleterious effect. So. Something good that can go bad. But CLA moderates the leptin, right?
Right, exactly. Well, when you're talking about, so we have ghrelin, or ghrelin, however you want to pronounce it, and leptin. And so ghrelin is your hunger hormone, and leptin is your I'm full.
Satiety. It's a satiety hormone.
Right, exactly. Your satiety. Right. So, again, it's not a quick weight loss. It's not thermogenic. So if anyone's like, oh, I need this because it's going to help me lose 5 pounds by the weekend, nope, it's not. It's more long-term. It is not a quick fix for weight loss. It's a real potential benefit that you actually stay leaner with less effort because it actually helps you maintain lean body mass.
Yeah.
And again, lean body mass is metabolism. And that, again, it's no small thing. Because as we age, we're losing much more muscle than we want to every year.
Yeah, leptin is a complicated hormone. When the levels of leptin fall, which often happens when a person will lose weight. The lower levels then trigger what? They're supposed to moderate appetite, but they increase appetite and food cravings, and you end up, it can make weight loss more difficult. So, yeah, the complexity of it all. The vitamins and minerals that can help with abdominal obesity, I'll tell you about those too. Ridgecrest Herbal's original Clear Lung supplement has been the #1 selling natural product for lung health since 1998. Clear Lung's formula is a synergistic blend of Chinese herbs that helps maintain open airways and balanced mucus levels. It combines the healing properties of 13 perfectly balanced herbs that have been used in traditional Chinese medicine for over 2,000 years. Need extra help? Try Ridgecrest Herbal's Clear Lung's Extra Strength with twice the herbs and Ridgecrest Herbal's patented Avail-Blend formula designed to support the bioavailability of the original 13 herbs. Got a picky kid who doesn't like pills? Clear Lung's liquid is safe for children and has a naturally sweet orange flavoring. And don't forget to check out Clear Lung's Immune and Clear Lung's Sport. Visit rcherbals.com or call 1-800-242-4649 and mention this ad to order the right Clear Lungs product for you. That's 1-800-242-4649.
Is getting a good night's sleep a challenge? Fortunately, there's a superior fast-acting sleep formula called Tranquil Sleep from Natural Factors. This non-habit-forming supplement contains a unique combination of melatonin, 5-HTP, and L-theanine, which works in harmony with your body's natural sleep hormones. Tranquil Sleep can help you fall asleep, stay asleep, sleep sounder, and wake up refreshed, all without feeling drowsy in the morning. The key benefit comes from increasing the time spent in the deeper stages of sleep. It's only in these deeper levels of sleep that we truly experience the rejuvenation, regeneration, and recuperation that sleep provides. Even if you think you get a good night's sleep, give Tranquil Sleep a try. You might be surprised with how much better you've slept by waking up with more energy and enthusiasm to start your day. Learn more at naturalfactors.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garka, host of the nationally syndicated. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural factors where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Yeah, people struggling with weight. And during the holiday season, again, I opened the show today in my monologue talking about holiday food. And if you just think of the holiday season, I would say starting with Thanksgiving all the way to New Year's, and think of the amount of food, the kind of food, the calorie dense foods that are going to be consumed during this period of time, people gain weight. Now, it's popular to say, you'll find on here that people gain as much as 10 pounds. That's not true. It is not true. Read my articles. I'll talk about it on some other day. It's certainly not 10 pounds. But if you're obese, you're at risk for gaining at least 5 pounds during the holiday season. Other people, maybe 1 pound to 2, maybe in there, somewhere in there. And I looked at the studies. It's not 10 pounds. People on average are not gaining 10 pounds during the holiday. It's not true. The bad news about holiday weight gain is it is the gift that keeps on giving. What the studies show is whatever weight is gained, even if it's 1 pound during the holiday season or 2, it tends to stick around. So think about that. Even if it was 1 pound, 10 holiday seasons, that's 10 pounds. If it's 2 pounds, that's 20. So a little goes a long way here in a bad way. Dominique, welcome back. You make a wonderful point about leptin and CLA. And just so we're clear, make sure the audience understands, leptin is a hormone that's predominantly made by your adipose cells and the enterocytes. Enterocytes are the cells in your small intestines. And leptin regulates energy balance. And how does it do that? It inhibits hunger. However, just as you have insulin resistance, you can have leptin resistance, where you have so much leptin that the hypothalamus is not responding to the leptin. And you keep eating because you don't have any satiety control. The leptin's not turning off your hunger switch. The switch is left on because yeah. I just wanted to make that point.
The more adipose tissue you have, the more the fatter you are, and I'm talking about composition, body composition. So the more fat you have, the higher the leptin levels that you have, because leptin is stored in those adipose tissues, like you were saying. So that's how you correlate it. So when you add something like CLA, we're talking about increasing lean body mass and decreasing adiposity so that a person is thereby able to decrease their leptin levels. So again, it's not a quick fix. It's something
that can help. It can help, right? It can
absolutely. You know, there are people that have been taking CLA for years that swear by it, that say that they're leaner, that if they, missed a week's worth of workouts, they're not noticing nearly as much atrophy because they're able to maintain, again, lean body mass, which studies are showing with a little bit less effort. And so it's not to say that you don't have to go to the gym or anything like that or exercise if you're taking CLA, but because of its ability to maintain lean body mass, that's an important factor, a huge factor.
So Jarrow Formulas has CLA, no?
Yes, we do. We have an outstanding CLA. I love our CLA. Tonillin is the patented ingredient.
Yep.
Tonillin CLA.
Great. That product's been around a long time, man. It's worth the consideration. Now, on the micronutrient side, we'll go back and forth with Dom, and we'll talk about how you can use these nutrients to affect obesity, in particular abdominal obesity, which is visceral fat loaded, and that becomes an issue. Vitamin C, vitamin A, D, E, B1, B3, and B6, along with selected minerals such as calcium, chromium, magnesium, and zinc, can have an effect on obesity generally, but central obesity, abdominal obesity in particular. Just one quick point. Vitamin C, with abdominal obesity, is associated with inflammation. It turns out that visceral fat characterizing abdominal obesity leads to metabolic dysfunction. It pumps out these inflammatory adipokines, interleukin 6, TNF-A alpha, macrophages and restin and what all. And these are very pro-inflammatory. Vitamin C is anti-inflammatory. So it wouldn't hurt to get into your vitamin C and take vitamin C, especially if you have abdominal obesity or central obesity. It can help. So it's a great antioxidant to fight the inflammation that stems from abdominal obesity. It's an oldie but a goodie. I just wanted to mention that. Go to Jenkinstown, Pennsylvania. Mike, welcome to the show.
Good morning, Dr. Garko. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking.
It's I like it to recommend it two good books from author is Ron Rosendale.
Okay. Title of the book?
One book is titled Fat for Fuel.
Fat for Fuel? I'm familiar.
Yeah, Fat for Fuel. And second book is Rosendale Diet.
The Rosendale. Yeah, I'm familiar with that approach. And you can, keto diets, ketogenic diets use fat for fuel. And that's there's an upside and a downside to ketogenesis or a ketogenic diet. My belief is you can't stay on it forever. I think therapeutically it can make a contribution to weight loss. What's your take on ketogenic diets, Dominique?
Well,
what do you think about them?
I'm not a fan of eliminating food groups.
Yeah, I know.
Unless you have an allergy or a digestive issue.
I get it. The research shows that you will lose weight on a ketogenic diet. The problem is people think they can stay on it for the rest of their life. You cannot. You cannot. You heard what Dominique said. You're eliminating a food group. You're eliminating carbohydrate and even protein to some extent. It's a high-fat. Ketogenic is a high-fat diet. Okay.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Yeah, talking with Dominique Ostrander today, educator for Jarrow Formulas, about obesity, and I'm zeroed in on central obesity, abdominal obesity. And abdominal obesity, you know, you see these guys with these giant pot bellies, these big, and you go up and you touch it, it's hard as a rock. The reason why, that's not adipose fat, that's visceral fat. That's fat that collects in and around and between the viscera, the organs, in that area of your body, and it gets engorged in between and on top of those organs, and it's hard as a rock. Turns out it's an endocrine organ now. It's secreting all of these pro-inflammatory, for example, adipokines that create inflammation and do tremendous damage to you. And I mentioned vitamin C. Vitamin A, in the form of retinoic acid, has been shown in studies to be correlated with reductions in body weight, amount of body fat, and the size of the fat cells, the adipocytes. Retinoic acid has also been shown to promote apoptosis, the dying or killing of fat cells, and regulating inflammation-producing adipokines, such as restin and even leptin at high levels. Similar to vitamin C, I can tell you, there's a correlation between vitamin A deficiency and central obesity. That's part of a paper that I finished over the weekend. So vitamin A and vitamin C so far. Dominique, back to you. And wherever you
back to me. I love our vitamin C. Jarrow makes a great vitamin C. We don't have a vitamin A by itself, and vitamin A, people should know, can be quite toxic if you're not really monitoring your levels.
The
so
upper,
you definitely don't want to just randomly start taking vitamin A.
The tolerable upper intake level for preformed vitamin A, that's preformed means in food, is designated at 10,000 IUs per day. Consuming higher amounts, such as 50,000 IUs, can lead to hypervitaminosis. And so she's right about that. You have to be careful with vitamin A. It's a fat-soluble vitamin, hence it can be stored in the tissues. But you have vitamin A in your multiples, don't you?
We have our multi 1 to 3, which I like. Our multis right now are going through a reformulation.
But you have vitamin A in them. I know you do.
Vitamin C.
Yeah. Your vitamin C.
I'm sorry. We have vitamin C. Yes, it's a buffered form, and it has citrus bioflavonoids in it. Our vitamin C as calcium ascorbate, and it also has calcium ascorbate, and then, of course, bioflavonoids in it.
Another vitamin that is helpful, and it's been found in laboratory studies that vitamin D added to adipose tissue cultures significantly inhibited leptin secretion. Consequently, those who are deficient in vitamin D exacerbate the condition of central obesity when excess leptin, with that excess leptin, which can promote inflammation if it's not held in check. So a vitamin D deficiency is correlated with an increased prevalence and risk for metabolic syndrome, including increased triglyceride levels, decreased HDL. So do you all have a freestanding vitamin D3?
Oh, we have many vitamin D SKUs. We have different strengths of vitamin D, 1,000, 2,500, 5,000, and of course we have our vitamin D3 liquid for babies. We have our gummies for toddlers. We have lots of D3 SKUs.
Mm-hmm. Vitamin D is good. Vitamin E also can be helpful. When I did a little review of the literature and found that vitamin E has been revealed to possess antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-obesity, anti-hyperglycemic, anti-hypertensive, and anti-hypercholesterolemia properties. So vitamin E is an antioxidant in combination with vitamin C would serve you well if you suffer from, central obesity or abdominal obesity. It will help in the ways that I just said, and it can also help reduce inflammation and fight the free radicals that are created by those adipokines that are pumping out those pro-inflammatory molecules. So vitamin E, you all have vitamin E in freestanding or no?
Definitely. We have a product called Famil E, which is rich in gamma tocopherols and tocotrienols. It actually contains 4 forms of tocopherol and 4 tocotrienols, and those are all what are typically found in plant feeds and vegetable oils.
Yeah, there are 8.
There are 8.
That's right. You're right. There are 8 forms of vitamin E. So, yeah, see, Jar Formulas, they think those things through with their formulas. So all these...
And again, patented ingredient.
Mm-hmm. The tolerable...
Our vitamin, our family.
Go ahead. Finish your thought.
It's Invol Super Bio, so it's a patented ingredient.
And usually the patent trademarked ingredients tend to have better quality. You should know the tolerable upper intake level for adults is about 1,000 milligrams a day of alpha tocopherol. So, just so you know. You have some other products that are not micronutrients. They're not vitamins and minerals that could help with central obesity, don't you? Like could fight inflammation.
Well, like for example, when we talk about like I said, when I'm in a store, CLA is the first thing that comes to mind, and I also love pterostilbene. Why do I love pterostilbene? Pterostilbene is a It's a dimethyl resveratrol, so it's in the same family as resveratrol, but it actually is what we call a caloric mimetic. So a caloric mimetic actually helps with caloric restriction and having the same benefits as caloric restriction. So it actually works on the sirtuin pathways in the brain, helping control blood sugar. There was experimental evidence that originated at Harvard and later at GlaxoSmithKline, suggesting that resveratrol and its analogs have a similar effect on the sirtuin-1 pathway and may affect the process of aging. So, again, we know that when people are eating a high-fat, high-sugar diet, they're creating a lot of oxidative stress and having the effects, the deleterious effects of that oxidative damage. And so pterostilbene kind of steps in there and helps moderate some of those symptoms or effects. I do think that pterostilbene is actually outstanding at helping support proper blood sugar. It's probably my favorite for that.
And which would, if you suffer from metabolic syndrome, elevated, imbalanced glucose levels, this would be great. And you think about, Dominique just mentioned its antioxidant ability to fight inflammation effect. You have vitamin C and vitamin E also that I mentioned. So we're covering the bases here. These are very specific recommendations, especially if you're a little big around the middle. Big middle, big problems. I'm just saying. 877-897-8255. We come back. We'll have the LTN health question of the day. LTN, coast to coast and globally.
Want to get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult? Try PGX from Natural Factors. This revolutionary product is clinically shown to help people achieve their ideal body weight in a safe, natural way. PGX helps you feel full for hours, dramatically reduces the glycemic index of any food or meal, and ultimately causes the release of the compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. 1, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and 2, improving the action of the hormone insulin. As medical doctor Mark Hyman said in his best-selling book, Eat Fat, Get Thin, if you choose to use only one supplement, PGX is the most important. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, you need the tremendous support of PGX from Natural Factors. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, visit pgx.com.
Have you experienced the wisdom of nature with Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter? Zyflamend is a 10-herb blend that delivers 3 health benefits. First, Zyflamend is an herbal approach to pain relief, helping to soothe minor pain or soreness. Second, Zyflamend is a joint supplement with time-tested herbs to support joint function and flexibility. And the third benefit, Zyflamend supports the body's healthy inflammation response, something that's essential for maintaining whole body health. Zyflamend is New Chapter's clinically tested blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, ginger, and green tea. Zyflamend is non-GMO, project verified, gluten-free, and 100% vegetarian. New Chapter is a leader in supplement quality. Every ingredient, every product, every time. Discover Zyflamend, New Chapter's #1 selling multi-herbal. Zyflamend is made with ginger for occasional pain relief after exercise. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Ridgecrest Herbal's original Clear Lung supplement has been the #1 selling natural product for lung health since 1998. Clear Lung's formula is a synergistic blend of Chinese herbs that helps maintain open airways and balanced mucus levels. It combines the healing properties of 13 perfectly balanced herbs that have been used in traditional Chinese medicine for over 2,000 years. Need extra help? Try Ridgecrest Herbal's Clear Lung's Extra Strength with twice the herbs and Ridgecrest Herbal's patented Availablend formula designed to support the bioavailability of the original 13 herbs. Got a picky kid who doesn't like pills? Clear Lungs Liquid is safe for children and has a naturally sweet orange flavoring. And don't forget to check out Clear Lungs Immune and Clear Lungs Sport. Visit rcherbals.com or call 1-800-242-4649 and mention this ad to order the right Clear Lungs product for you. That's 1-800-242-4649. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Here's the health question of the day, LTN health question. If you have the right answer, you'll win a $25 supplement gift card. Which of the following nutrients would help with central obesity or abdominal obesity, which is a defining feature, by the way, of metabolic syndrome? Which of the following? Vitamins A, C, and E. B, minerals, calcium, magnesium, chromium, and zinc. Or C, pterostilbene, or D, all of the above. Which one of those groups or nutrient would help with central obesity? A, vitamins A, C, and E. B, minerals, calcium, magnesium, chromium, and zinc. C, pterostilbene, or D, all of the above. Here's a number to call to win that $25 supplement gift card.
877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK.
Dominique, welcome back. This is useful, giving the audience very concrete, specific micronutrient and nutrient recommendations to help manage and, or otherwise control the obesity. The CLA that you mentioned is in that patented ingredient, tonillin, is a winner for sure. I'll bet there's a lot of people in the audience that are familiar and use that. If you're not, you might want to give that a try. You mentioned pterostilbene. Any others that come to mind that might help with obesity, either because of its inflammation or to help reduce it?
Again, controlling blood sugar, I think, is so important. And I love our alpha-lipoic. We have our alpha-lipoic sustain, which I think is tremendous because it's a bilayer technology. So we have a patent on the technology for our alpha-lipoic sustain. So 1/3 is quick release, and then 2/3 is the sustain release, which is ideal for controlling blood sugar, right? So you have it last throughout the day. Of course, we have our glucose optimizer, which is truly outstanding. It's an incredible mix of it's a blend of from herbs. It also has alpha lipoic. It has Genema, bitter melon. So I think that either one, whether you're going to go alpha lipoic sustain or whether you're going to go Peristilbene or glucose optimizer, controlling blood sugar is very important.
Yeah, these are very specific recommendations. So, in the process of trying to lose weight, if you do it right, I mean, if you have a lot of weight to lose, it can take up to a year. And, you want to be nourishing your body with the nutrients that are going to serve you well in fighting some of the downstream effects, side effects of being obese and suffering from central obesity, and as well as maybe contributing to the weight loss. And these nutrients that I mentioned, the micronutrients, typically they have found a correlation, an inverse relationship. As one goes up, the other goes down. As people become more, I don't want to say fat, the more obese they become, the more deficient they become in these nutrients. So you need to fight that. A good multivitamin and mineral would not be a bad idea to take if you're trying to lose weight, and to try to, instead of having a bunch of bottles, you can take jar of formulas. What is it? What's the title of that product? 1, 2, 3 or something like that?
Oh, multi 1 to 3, exactly. But Dr. Garko, I also wanted to bring up the article that I had sent you. The nearly 1 in 5 U.S. adolescents have prediabetes.
Ooh.
And this was that was reported in the Journal of American Medical Association Pediatrics.
Mm.
And there are now 1 in 5 adolescents and 1 in 4 young adults in the United States have prediabetes, with a higher prevalence among males. And again, so these micronutrients would be great for parents parenting teenagers that are overweight and sedentary and too much time on their phone and everything else, making sure that their diets have these micronutrients in them, and they can use the supplements to help support their nutrition levels if their diets are poor, as most adolescents are.
Sure. You have a great...
and feel safe.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, the question I get all the time is, how, is this going to be okay for my child because they're still growing? And these micronutrients are very safe.
Okay. Good point. You have a product called Glucose Optimizer. One of the risk factors associated, or one of the diagnostic features of metabolic syndrome is, these glucose levels that are out of elevated fasting glucose levels. The Glucose Optimizer could help a lot with that, couldn't it?
Absolutely. And those micronutrients that you were talking about earlier, B1, B5, B6, B12, biotin, they're all in the Glucose Optimizer.
See? Jar formulas, they have a great way of figuring things out. Here's the health question. Which of the following would help with obesity, abdominal obesity in particular? A, vitamins A, C, and E. B, minerals, calcium, chromium, magnesium, and zinc. C, peristilbene. Or D, all of the above. I'll give you a hint. Usually, there's more than one. 877-897-8255. This holiday season, I don't know, you're going to be working, right?
Yeah, for the most part, I'll be working. I mean, I'll take off a few days right at Christmas.
Yeah, and you're going into what I'm getting at it. You go into these stores. I wonder if the questions for people change around the holiday season, if they're more interested in some things about their health than others, or is it always you don't notice that?
Stress. This is a big time that I hear a lot about stress, a lot about anxiety. Anxiety has always been a big one. Sleep, energy. There's so much to do, so many things I have to do, so many responsibilities. How can I possibly keep up? Is there a magic pill for that?
Is there a magic pill for that? Yeah, no magic pill. Lori in St. Petersburg. Lori, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, of all those nutrients that I mentioned, is there one in particular, or was it all of them that would help with central obesity?
I would say all of them.
All of them, yeah, including CLA, for example, that Dominique started off with. So congratulations, you won a $25 supplement gift card. If I don't speak to you or you don't call the show before these holidays really get underway, I want to extend the happiest and healthiest of holidays to you and your family. Dominique, thank you so much for being on. Your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you.
Everyone's raving about the newest botanical superstar hitting the store shelves nationwide, hemp-derived cannabidiol, or CBD.